What's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today is day 5 of the summoning session. It's been crazy so far. We're gonna see what we're gonna get, and we're also gonna be going over Cleave team basics. Just talking about what there is to a Cleave team, what units you can use, and all of that. So I haven't gotten my weekly from Arena, but I'll show you what teams you should cleave, what teams you should try to avoid cleaving most of the times, and what you should do from there. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Discord server is in the description. But alright. Day 5. Let's see. And we're also going to get a Moonlight Summon today. So let's see if we get anything good. At the end of the week, I will give you the results of all the good stuff we have gotten. But wow, that's an ML3. But I've seen people use him for Wyvern B13, which I think is really unique. Let's see. No lightning so far. Maybe today's the day that we get nothing, you know? You always have one of those days. 10 summons is still not enough. Hopefully from the extra 10 we'll get something. But, oh man, this is rough. Okay, this is for my regular summons. We finally got a lightning. Whoa! Oh, yes! I actually didn't have him! Oh my god. Yo, that's hype. That's actually really hype. I can't believe we actually got... Dang! Alright, so we're up to 3 5-stars now in this week. All we're missing is an ML hero, because we haven't had a single ML lightning. But this is crazy. Yo! This is what's nice about that I'm supplementing with 10 extra summons of my own. Because it makes it so, like, I have a higher chance of getting something like this. That's crazy, y'all. I was not expecting this at all. I was not expecting this at all. Okay, that's actually pretty hype. I didn't have Cowarrick. I really like Cowarrick. I like how he looks and everything. So I'm actually pretty hype that we were able to get him. If that's the only thing we get today, you know, that's still a 5-star, y'all. That's still crazy good. Let's see. I don't know how many I have left. Oh, so we have 1 left. Oh, no, because we started at 21, so we have 2 left. Okay, so we have 1 more after that. We got so many Edens, which is kind of unique, because it's a ML hero. Alright. Now time for the ML summon. Alright, we usually don't get anything crazy from these. Most of my ML 5-stars I've actually gotten from... one time for Covenant, and then mostly from Mystics. But we'll do one more Covenant for good luck charm. We'll alright, so we wasted the bad run. Now this one's gonna be, let's see, at least hopefully get ML 4-star. There we go. Alright, so we got lightning. It's always hype when you get lightning, because you're always like, oh shoot, oh shoot. Alright, so it's a 4-star. Hopefully one we don't have. Let's see what we get. Nice! Yes! Alright, today was actually very nice. This is really good, y'all. I didn't have General Purgus. I really wanted one because of my Specimen Cess. And also just because he's such a good defensive unit. Like, I think he's so underrated. Against AoE teams, like, not necessarily just like Bazaar. But against like teams with Bazaar, him paired up with like an Elena, it's pretty nasty. Plus his debuffs are pretty great too. Really solid unit. I was really wanting a General Purgus. He's one of the ones on my list. Him and Celeste Mercedes have been my like top 2 wanted from ML heroes, and I finally got Gen Purgus. Plus this stun is nasty. Like this stun is just nasty. And attack buff, he's such a good pair up with Spess that it's kind of crazy how good they go together. Okay. So we got Cowarrick and we got Spess. That's pretty good. Now let's get on to the actual meat and potatoes of the video. Cleave team. So we're gonna cleave the team on top actually. So this is the cleave team I normally use. And we're talking like big cleave team. Like we're talking like one hit wonder. I do use like a mixed cleave team a lot of the times, but we're talking like 100% cleave. This is the team I would use in that scenario. So usually cleave team basics, most important one is your attack bar buffer or your attack bar setter. So that for this spot, I have Bazaar because I'm going to apply debuffs because I'm using the BBK variant with Tywin. So the big thing with this team is Bazaar, as y'all know, You need 2 mages, one to give Basar the soul burn, and one for the Tywin to be able to defense break and then increase attack and increase attack bar. The thing with the Basar is he will not miss as long as it's like a Lilius, but for Lilius, we're usually not worried about her. We have our Tywin in immunity. But the big thing with him, he's just trying to set up for the rest of my team. He's trying to remove buffs. Some other really good ones that I don't have, well, not all of them. I have the Oxlots. Ox is another really popular one. If I was to use the Oxlots one, it'd be you put your Oxlots in the spot of the BBK. You would put the BBK above it. Or usually you pick a unit that has really high single target damage with a turn 2 follow-up. You always usually use Challenger Dummy for those type of teams because you'll usually use Oxlots. You'll buff up your single target damage dealer that can also take an extra turn. So big ones for that are Judge Kisei and more recently Sigrid. You can put in that slot with the Oxlots because that lets you be able to go with the Sigrid 1 turn, soul burn it, and you basically wipe out 2 units. Another one is ML Chloe. Not ML Chloe, ML Charlotte. So there's a lot of units you can use with Oxlots. But the biggest thing is that they have to have a soul burn that gives you an extra turn. So as long as you have a soul burn that gives you an extra turn, usually a good candidate to go with Oxlots. With this team, then you usually would put like you would put a Challenger Dummy just because Challenger Dummy is going to get an extra turn from your unit taking 2 turns. And then she can soul burn her own basic attack, take out another unit, and you essentially take out at least 2, if not 3 units. And usually the last unit is like a round out unit or someone that's going to finish. But that's for Oxlots. This is more for the other type of Cleave team where it's Basar. Instead of Basar, you could also put Emolytica. You can also put Baiken. Any unit that can give you turn 1 works the best, but especially Basar and Emolytica. They are by far the best 2 units for this role because they can actually strip buffs. So that's the big thing. Basar being the better one at stripping buffs because he can make it not miss. But Emolytica having the no miss chance. The next big part of a Cleave team is going to be that Challenger Dami. She's a mage. She gets crit rate. She boosts by 20%. She gets her own turn really early because your team crits. She's the bread and butter to almost all the teams. If you don't have a Challenger Dami, you probably will have to go with an Oxlots team or with a team that is really, really fast, like a really, really fast Tywin. That's the only other option you have because you need someone to go after your buff setter ghosts or you're going to lose your turn. So big thing is I could probably change out the Challenger Dummy for another mage if I ever got my Tywin to be like a pretty high speed. But I like having my Tywin be a little bit slower to bait out the Lilius, as we'll see in a second. So it's pretty nice. This is usually what you want to do. This doesn't have to be a Tywin. It could be a ML Dingo, but the only problem is my BBK is a lot slower. So Tywin fits this role the best. Some other teams I have used in the past with this has been a faster BBK with a Bellona. That used to be what I used to do, and then I pulled the Tywin, and I made my BBK more aggressive so she can do more damage, and I put Tywin instead of Bellona. So let's just see it in action one time so I can kind of see what a Cleave team is all about. And typically the teams I take this to are tankier teams that can't answer too well. That even if we don't Cleave, we can still win the fight because we just out damage them. And we usually take out one of their priority units. So we missed on the Lilius, which kind of does suck because she does have immunity. But the one unit that I need to kill is the Charles. Because if I kill the Charles, the rest of their team is kind of a seating duck. So another thing I like about Challenger Dummy is she gets an extra turn. Is able to do a little bit of damage. And then this is the other soul burn. That's why I'm telling you, you need the souls. If I don't have this soul burn, Emerald or Tywin just becomes kind of like pretty bad. And the immunity is a must-have for your Tywin because you will get countered so often. Like MLCCs will counter, and then this should kill the Charles, and it should kill the Montmorency, and it's nasty. BBK is nasty. She's one of the best Cleave units in the game. Yeah, so we weren't able to get the kill on the... Wow, that's a really tanky Montmorency. So, we're just going to take out the Lilius. And then we're going to have the Challenger Dami take it here. That's the other reason I like the Challenger Dami. Once you finish the full combo, it's just straight damage again with Challenger Dami. So BBK can usually one solo the last unit. So even if didn't get the kill, we probably would have been able to solo with the BBK because she has Elia's knife. I gave her enough health to be able to duke it out with the last unit. So let's see teams that you shouldn't take it against. So this second team, it's kind of hard because it gets a little bit riskier in the terms that they have an Assassin Cartuja. Another team I usually don't like cleaving is the fourth team with the Emo Ken. Actually, this team's not bad because they only have 2 counterattacks, but it's a little bit riskier because my Tywin's not level 60. He can get destroyed. The other thing is if I miss on the Emo Ken, which it's going to happen no matter how much I hate it, because people build the Emo Kens very, very resistant and very, very good health, especially like once you get higher in Challenger. You're going to be missing on Emo Ken all the time. BBK can't one-shot a full health Ken. Like, she can't. It's unless you have like the craziest BBK, it's almost impossible, especially when they have a knight to pair up with them. It's almost impossible they're going to be one-shotting Emo Kens. So most of the time, I usually skip Emo Kens. With the Arbiter Vildred, it depends. I usually don't like to, especially with like that second team, because it literally becomes a fact of whether or not I kill the BBK has enough damage to kill the Arbiter Vildred. And when they put Moonlight Dreamblade on them, you don't know if they have Moonlight Dreamblade or not. So it's like, if they have Moonlight Dreamblade, you just auto-lose, right? So it's like, well, you don't auto-lose, but you have a high chance to lose if you miss. And it's going to miss at least once. So it's one of those teams I just don't like going against. They also have the Bazaar on these two, which means that I might get outsped. That's another worry that I do run into, because I don't have anyone to boost up speed. If I had a Vildred, I would probably put my Vildred in those type of teams. Like for this second team, a Vildred would be amazing. Or like for the fourth team, because Vildred gives the team plus 14 speed if you have them awaken. So if you have a Vildred instead of BBK, that's usually where I would use my Vildred. If I had a Vildred instead of BBK, would be in scenarios like that one, because it's not a fun time there. But yeah, let's just try the second one so we can kind of see why it's so scary. And this person finished Abyss, so they're actually like pretty decent. We're almost for sure miss on the Lilius. I'm just hoping we don't miss on the Violet. Okay, so we missed on almost everyone. So they're gonna keep all their immunities. This person has a really good, has a really well-made defense team, because he just introduces so much RNG to the fight, which is all you can do. Like a lot of the times, it's like, no matter how good your defense is, you don't know what the attacking team always takes or always has the advantage. We might be able to kill the Violet. Yeah, we'll probably be able to kill the Violet. And we just get the BBK here. So we should be killing the Violet. We might kill the Roana, and then it'll just be a Duke Fest, because the other ones are not going to take almost any damage. Yeah, I was really worried about the... Oh, wow, we actually killed the Lilius. I was just worried for the... So Roana's kind of slow, so I kind of want to go on the Assassin Cartuja and try to see if we can kill him. I'll just be safe and kill the Roana. So we actually were able to win that one just because we didn't miss with the Challenger Dummy on the Violet. If we had missed, it's like there's not a lot we could do. And right here, our BBK should be able to wipe him out. Yeah, I hate Ascat. Assassin Cartuja is one of those units that I actually hate going against, because it's just RNG, and even if you know you're gonna win, it just lasts so long. But there we go, nice and easy. Let's go to the ML Ken team so y'all can see the actual time where there's a really good chance for me to lose. I basically lose if we don't land a defense break on the ML Ken. That's why I don't like these type of scenarios where it's like I win if I get the defense break, and as long as the Charles doesn't like absolutely destroy me, but I win if we land a defense break, which is like I don't like that dynamic, and especially in arena, you don't want to be losing too many times because you already have like so many scenarios. Like it's already hard to climb if you have a bad defense, But it's even bigger if like you're trying to go against teams that are like maybe you'll win, maybe you'll lose. That it's very up in the air. So I'm gonna go on the Charles because I know we can kill the BBK with the second hit. It literally just comes down to do I hit my defense break here on the Emoken? If we hit it and the Charles doesn't absolutely destroy us, we won. Alright, so we pretty much won at this point. Unless Charles double dunks and we don't survive here. Oh, we might not survive this one. Oh, we did. Okay. It's nice that Tywin gets a defense buff or we would be screwed. But see, we landed a defense break and y'all will see, like, I will do probably like just enough to kill the Emoken with this attack. Unless they have a bad Emoken. Yeah, so like there's some cans that will actually survive that burst. And that's what's scary. That's what's really scary. And then we just wipe out. Yeah, it's not, you don't want to go against Emokens if you can go against it. You probably want to switch out your team if possible. And have like someone with Watcher Shuri or like, I would probably have taken my Watcher Shuri team in there instead of what I took. Just because it's safer. I know I don't have to rely on me missing or something like that. So that is all I have for you guys today. Cleave teams are really, really fun. They're my favorite. I love running Cleave teams. It just makes fights really quick. And it makes it so I don't have to stress as much. So that's the fun part. Oh yeah, stats. I always forget the stats for my units. They're not crazy. I wouldn't say I have the best ones. But I have enough to do the job for where I am and where I currently am. So my Bazaar, I was able to upgrade the boots, so I do have like a little bit extra speed. So 100% crit rate because I want Challenger Dami to be taking an extra turn. That's why the crit rate's at 100. Speed as high as I could. Effectiveness not as high as I would want to, but because of his soul burn, it doesn't really matter because of the soul burn. It kind of is like I know I'm not going to miss, so it makes me be a little bit more calm when I am running the team. So that part is kind of nice. The fact that I don't have to worry about that as much. But that's the stats on my Bazaar. HP, of course, pretty high. I think I gave him my HP ring. I don't want him dying if he doesn't need to. Tywin, just try to get him as tanky as possible. Ideally, I need to finish these boots because there's a lot of times where I get outsped in scenarios I shouldn't be getting outsped. But HP is the most important thing because to defense break you have to hit other units. You have to. Don't even have the exclusive. Oh my god, I'm a noob. I forgot he has an exclusive equipment. But you have to run speed and HP because if you don't have the HP on him, he's just gonna die. And if he doesn't have immunity, he's gonna get like provoked. He's gonna get pushed back by Lilius's. Like there's a lot of things that could go wrong if you don't have enough immunity. So it's just best to put him on immunity. My BBK, bread and butter of the team. The one doing all the damage. I don't have the best BBK, but I don't have the worst. So the rolls I got, a lot of these went into HP, and I see a lot of people complaining that they're like, oh, my rolls went to HP. Like, who can I put it on? Y'all, BBK is a really good candidate for that because she can scale off of this, her passive. And if you ever go against a C7 lineup, which you will be going against, having high HP is nice. Because it lets you get a lot more damage a lot quicker because it's based on how much you're missing, like percentage wise. So it's pretty nice. It's not the worst thing in the world to have a lot of HP on your BBK, especially because like she's pretty nasty at staying alive. She can solo a lot of units. And then last but not least, Challenger Dami, my girl. I did also upgrade her boots, mostly because of the critical hit damage on these boots because they're pretty crazy. She has a broken set because she doesn't need the crit rate. And these just had really good stats that I was like, why would I not put this on her? Of course, this ring, definitely to change this ring because it's not doing anything for me. But again, crit rate, crit damage, attack. For this one is crit hit chance. Honestly, I could upgrade her a lot. That's why I've been farming Banshee like crazy is because I need better equipment on my Sedum. This equipment's fine, high health, but she doesn't need the crit rate, so it's nice to have the health. But, yep, that is my units that I use for my Cleave team. If you have the same team with better stats, there is no reason you shouldn't be able to get to champion. I can get to Challenger 1 when I try the whole week, I can get really close to champion, and that's with this team and some slight variations on this team. So if you have better statted units than I do, you should be able to use that team and be okay. But that is all I have for you guys today. I will see y'all next time. Peace.